do mine then.
Do yours.
Right? Yeah. All right. So we've talked on this podcast before about Hermann Hesse, who is known sort of for Narcissus and Goldmoon. It seems like he's better known for Steppenwolf. There's like a band named after this.
Yeah.
Steppenwolf's an interesting one because it's 250-page book that is essentially a treatise in a way. So it's essentially about this guy who doesn't fit in with the world. He feels that he's born in the wrong time period. Mm-hmm. So he's in like the 30s and he's like, jazz, I can't stand it. It's all this dance and it's essentially like you with hip hop. Like,
yeah, I empathize with this character.
This isn't real music. What's real music is Beethoven and Mozart.
This is the first relatable character in any of this month's books.
Oh yeah, I think you would relate with this character a lot because he is such a misanthrope. And like, I'm in the wrong time period. I shouldn't be here with these people. I just can't stand this. He kind of wants to... What do I say? Like, well, he wants to kill himself for sure. So,
don't kill yourself.
Please don't. You're loved by us. And
subscribe to Patreon.
And so he's just so miserable throughout a lot of it. He doesn't know what to do with himself. He wishes that he were born in an earlier time period. He likes histories, and he talked with this like other professor who was, I think, a theologian or something, who knew a lot about like some Indian gods and stuff. And so he was interested in things like that before, but our character doesn't know how to talk with anyone. He's very much a in his own head type of person who's like only there for knowledge.
Okay.
But has no idea how to interact with other people. But he's very much like an anti-war, anti-modern type. Mm-hmm. Also, what else? In general, like, he's a Marxist. He's a communist completely. He's against like World War II that is about to happen, and he wrote a lot of columns against World War I. So in general, things like that. He really likes like Goethe and your classics.
Yeah, good.
Then he does end up. So he was married, divorced, and then has kind of like a girlfriend who's very far away. Okay. And it's not really serious and might just kind of end. That type of thing.
Casual type of thing.
Yeah. He meets a girl, though, who's a dancer at a club, and she ends up, like, berating him.
Oh, no!
Like, not necessarily in a bad way, but it's like, I'm giving you a reason to live, though. You have no reason to live. You are just about to go home and kill yourself right now. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to... Everything I say, you have to do now.
So this might not be a healthy relationship.
No. But it's not necessarily a relationship for love, because he's interested in her, but he doesn't love her.
Love her. Okay.
He's like, well, she does give me a reason to live. So she's getting me into dance. She's getting me into, like...
Dance is a reason to live, to be fair.
Yeah, getting me into foxtrot and getting a gramophone. But he's also like, I hate that I have this gramophone in my house. I don't want this here.
Right, I really want a gramophone in my house, and I cannot find a cheap one. So if anyone can help me out on that.
But yeah, he's like, I can't stand jazz. But he is getting happier. There's even a guy, Pablo, who plays saxophone and is friends with the dancer and all that. He's like, you were the saddest person I've ever met. Take some drugs.
Oh, wow.
He's looking at his eyes, and it's like, those eyes show me you've never smiled in your life.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. Like, the guy's so miserable with his life.
I've been told that before. Someone said to me, like, you smile a lot with your mouth, but your eyes are always sad. And that was sad.
Oh my god, that is really sad.
That was very sad. I don't even think that's true, but yeah.
Someone told me that. But it just means, like, you don't have, like, deep happiness.
Yeah.
But he does get that more and more. I'm doing all right.
Sorry.
But so the girl also kind of helps him get with this other girl, who's another dancer, and like he falls in love with her essentially, and they kind of get along. But they know it wouldn't ever last long term. They're just happy to see each other like once a week type thing.
Okay.
Just kind of sex buddies type stuff. Yeah. But he does learn to dance and goes to lots of like balls and stuff like that. But this girl, Hermine, she makes him promise, like, you will fall in love with me. And the moment you fall in love with me, I want you to kill me.
Oh, wow. So what's up with this person?
So everyone wants to die.
It seems that way.
She's the opposite of him, who is a complete socialite, but finds no meaning in it.
Ah, okay.
That type. Whereas he is all about the knowledge and has no social ability. The guy Pablo is one of those that, like, he has a very interesting philosophy that doesn't matter what you know. What you know isn't important. It is what you do that causes good things to happen. So he's like, I could talk to you about music. I really just don't want to, because I'd rather just play my saxophone and make these people happy and smile and dance.
Yeah.
Things like that. Which is...
Some people talk about that, I can't remember what it's called, in ethics as well, like that almost having all these ethical theories and everything is nonsense, and you should just go do good things.
It's like, I don't want to talk to you about Beethoven. Sure, you're right about music. I don't care. These people are happy.
Yeah, sometimes what matters more is just like, just go do things. And yeah.
So I think there's a lot of good philosophy in this book. Now, the last, like, 50 to 70 pages are essentially what happens if you take acid.
Yeah, so you told me a little bit about this. So far, this sounds really good.
Yeah, no, so far, I think it's one of those books that... There's like another 20 pages of just philosophy in here about being a Steppenwolf, though. I'm like, you can kind of skip this.
Skip a little bit of that, yeah.
Because being a Steppenwolf is more about... The human side is your spiritualistic side, where the Steppenwolf is your animalistic.
Okay.
Kind of like your Apollo-Dionysus dichotomy. Things like that. And so, of course, our main character sees himself as that.
No, with Apollo and Dionysus, porque no los dos.
Yeah, exactly. But it talks about the personality and that there's thousands, millions of parts of your personality, things like that. But then, I don't even know how to explain the last 70 pages. The guy is like, right, come in here, do some drugs, and we're going to send you on a trip through these different doors. And it's him experiencing weird things like, oh, I'm going to play chess. It's like, all right, this kind of goes nowhere. It's just... But it does feel like an acid trip. Like with the chess, it's like all your millions of personality pieces are now coming together, and I'm playing chess with those pieces of your personality.
Okay.
Like, all right. Another one, like, he goes back in time and sees the girls that, while he was growing up, had crushes on and was in love with, and finally confesses his love to each one along the way. And things like that. But that is completely unnecessary and goes nowhere. Eventually he gets through that, like, dream sequence, mostly. He runs into Mozart at one point. That's something, I guess. And then finally sees, like, Hermine and Pablo in bed together, and he's like, yes, I am completely in love with her, and he takes out a knife and stabs her. It's like, okay.
I looked it up. So this is Germany 1927.
Yeah.
That's your Weimar Republic type of time period, no?
So it specifically even says, like, we just came out of a war and there's a new one coming. Like, even at the time, they could see that World War II was coming.
Yeah.
And that it was going to be big and terrible. That type. So I think
he kills her.
Yes, he does kill her at the very end. And it still has dream sequence vibes, because Pablo then, like, shrinks her down into, like, toy size and puts her in his pocket.
Okay.
And
in the normal way.
In the normal way. It's like, all right, is there an ending to this? Pablo's just like, yeah, why'd you do that, man? Why'd you kill her? He's like, yeah, she asked me to. I'm like, really? Or did you make this up?
You see, that won't hold up in court.
Yeah, I know.
That's the problem.
But it seems like it was... he's not gonna... His only repercussion was that he's, like, banned from this dream sequence for 12 hours or something.
Okay.
But the real interesting point is, it's all about him wanting to kill himself for so long, and I felt so depressed reading the first half of this book. Because I'm like, yeah, I get it, life does suck, and I see why you want to kill yourself. Now you make me want to kill myself.
Well, nihilism is correct. We haven't had that in a long time.
Yeah.
I'm going to do a bleep.
I did have to just check that as well. I'm just like, all right, yeah, actually, that was mean. Yeah, that was really rough to go through. But there was an interesting thing that Herman has said, that a lot of people missed that there's hope in this. Because he does meet the girl and she gives him a reason to live. And it's maybe not necessarily a long-lasting reason, but it's very... what's the word? Dionysian...
But she gives him a reason to live, but she seems a bit toxic.
Oh, yeah. It's not to live... It is to live for her to an extent, but it's also to live for... just fun and sex and drinking and...
I can get on board with that. Yeah, that Dionysius type of...
that is...
sake type of stuff. I can get on
basically
board.
what she's trying to
is the answer to life a blend of nihilism and hedonism? Is that what we need?
It does feel like that's the way to get him to live. There's a small preface. There's a preface at the beginning of someone who knew this guy. He's like, yeah, he just left one day, and some people think that he killed himself, but I think he lived on.
Okay,
but I do think the guy lived on for a bit. I think maybe still several years later he might have killed himself. He did say, by the time I'm 50, if I still want to kill myself by the time I'm 50, I do it on my birthday.
I mean, that is fair. If you wanted to do it for years, then fair. There's a point where you should have that right as well, I guess. But yeah, it's sad.
Yeah. It's very, very sad because essentially he's just unhappy with everything around him. It's not the way that he wishes from the things that he studied and things like that.
Yeah, of course. Well, all the things are bad.
Yeah.
That's what we know about life,
So for half this book, I'm just this is just your book about Chester.
Yeah.
And it even has the he has a girlfriend and then he meets this other girl type thing who gives him a reason to live. And
it gets trippy, it seems like.
Yes, the trippiness was unnecessary. That part I didn't like that much. I'm just what is this guy's and then it just doesn't end. But you have the philosophy and you have the introduction of the character, which is really good. The philosophy that the character has is really good. And you get a little bit of philosophy about the Steppenwolf you can skip. Then you get the main story, and then the acid trip. Mm-hmm. Most of it, I think, was good.
It sounds good, but I'm just not sure about the trippy part. I just had Chester kill himself, and that was the end. Go buy the Life of a Fellow Called Chester on Amazon. This sounds good, though. We're getting a yeah. So.
It is getting a yeah. And as I was reading this, I'm just this... If it weren't for the trippiness, it had a bit more plot, this would have been the perfect book for you. Yeah.